here along with our public safety and our police chief to make a statement about what transpired at Davidson Middle School this morning. We had an 8th grade student who committed suicide in our building this morning. Once that unfortunate accident happened, the staff immediately stepped in, got the situation under control. We contacted authorities. They were there immediately. I'd like to thank the Southgate Police Department and our public safety and our fire department for their quick response and their help with this.
How do students get into the school? Did you know the gun was in the school?
We had no idea. Our kids walk in the doors. The front door is open in the morning for kids to come in. We don't have a metal detector there. And once the kids are in class, our doors are locked. Nobody can get in during the day without being identified and buzzed in. So, obviously, we had no idea that that student was coming into the building armed.
What changes, if any, will you be putting in place to keep this from happening again?
That's part of what we're going to look at over the next few days, identifying what we can do and put measures in place to take care of that.
Sir, did you know this child?
I personally did not. He was an 8th grade student. Out of respect for his family, I'm going to leave it at that. Our prayers and thoughts are with his family, and that's just where we're going to leave that for right now. And other than that, we don't have a very good idea of what happened yet. Things are kind of sketchy, so.
One student told me that he was being bullied. What is your policy?
We have a district-wide bullying policy. We have no indication that was happening. He was, from what I understand, is a very good student, somewhat popular, talking with the staff at the building. He had never gone to anybody with any issues or problems or anything like that. The only person that can answer what happened is, unfortunately, he can't answer that for us now.
Will you be looking at your policy to determine if maybe a teacher should have seen something or?
Oh, sure, we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. And that's unfortunate. That's the first thing that always comes up in these situations. And we will take a serious look at that to make a determination if that were the case or not.
What can you tell us about the situation? I understand it was in a bathroom.
It was in an upstairs bathroom in Davidson Middle School, in the boys' bathroom.
Were there other students in the bathroom?
From what I know, there were not. Another student found the young man.
Is that one of his classmates?
I don't know. Don't know. It's a building of over 800 students and it happened before classes started, so.
Our officers were dispatched to Davidson Middle School this morning at approximately 8:15 on report of a student down in the bathroom with a head injury, possibly a fight. The student came into the bathroom, found him down on the ground, went and the student notified a staff member. Staff member came in and saw that the student had a gunshot wound. Officers responded, determined that it in fact was a gunshot wound. The Southgate Fire Department and CMS Rescue attended to the victim and transported him to South Shore Hospital.
Single gunshot?
Single gunshot wound, yes.
Okay, was he DOA or?
No, he was, they transported him and we received information that once he had arrived at the hospital that he had expired.
In the emergency room?
Yes,
Can you talk about the gun?
it was a handgun. It was a handgun. The investigation is still, he brought the handgun in with him. We can't confirm that, but the investigation is still ongoing as to where the gun came from.
What caliber?
It was a 40 caliber Glock.
40 caliber. It belonged to a parent?
The investigation is still ongoing as to determine where he got the handgun. But there were no other students. What we can confirm is that there were no other students in the restroom when the incident occurred. Through the Detective Bureau's investigation, they've determined in speaking to other students and friends of his that, as Superintendent Krupke had indicated, it does not appear to be that there was any type of bullying situation. I know they had asked that question, but through the course of the investigation, they have not been able to come to a conclusion that that in fact was the case.
Have police questioned the student who initially discovered him?
They have, yes.
did he have this?
Said that he walked into the bathroom and saw him lying on the floor, and then he went out into the hall and saw I believe it was a female teacher. The female teacher then got a male teacher because he's in the male restroom, and the male teacher then went in and then made the appropriate calls.
Was that student taken to the office right away?
I believe yes, he was in. I believe he was in the office, the one that had discovered it. Again, we are not finding anything that would indicate that that there was a reason that whether he was suffering from some sort of depression or something like that, or feeling bad about an incident or anything like that. We have not been able to determine that, and obviously we're still attempting to determine why.
So there was no note or anything like that?
You know what? I believe there was a note that it was not discovered until he had gone to the hospital, that it was either contained on his person in a pocket or pinned to him somehow, but there was a note.
Did it give any indication as
It
to...
appears that it may have been some sort of a suicide note. It doesn't say
why he was...
Yeah, correct. It just, there was a note on him, and we were advised of that after he had arrived at the hospital.
Any evidence that at all that he might have planned harm to others besides himself?
No, there's nothing that would indicate that was the case at all.
Did he say goodbye to anyone in the note or address his parents?
And apparently he does address a specific person. I believe it was someone he knew from the school, but again, I haven't seen the note, so I can't speak to what was contained.
Was he having problems at home? One student indicated that.
And again,
that might be a problem.
in speaking to the parents, that has not been discovered that there was issues at home.
And the person who addresses, is that a fellow student?
It is a fellow student. And according to, this is information from the neurosurgeon at the hospital, apparently the gunshot wound was, the bullet struck the location that he immediately was brain dead. That's what the neurosurgeon had indicated to the principal.
Did you say his age?
I believe he's 14.
He was an 8th grader.
That's correct, ma'am.
I just want to be clear on that note. With the other student, was it positive towards that student, or was it like a friendship goodbye, or was he?
I believe it was some sort of a goodbye. It wasn't, like where they had an issue with that person. Again, we found that there was no incident from speaking to all the folks that there was any issue with anyone. You know what? I'm sure that the investigators, they've spoken with the parents, and I'm sure that they will probably speak to them again, in some type of follow-up interview. And like I said, basically it will be just follow-up stuff to determine, where did he, how did he get the gun, and then if we can determine maybe a reason that he decided to do that.
I know you guys said you don't believe it's bullying, but just since so many of us were told by other students that they think that's what it was, if you do find that that has something to do with it in your investigation, what would happen to the students who were involved?
Well, I guess we would have to determine exactly, what their role was and then move forward from there. But again, and we've spoken to quite a few students that, and teachers, they've indicated that does not appear to be the case.
What will be different, visibly different, as students enter on Monday, other than the counselors?
We'll search those on Monday. We'll check kids out when they come in with things on Monday, until we can make arrangements to, with regards to metal detectors or whatever else. We'll get some extra security at that building to check kids out as they come in.
So what do parents need to know? Should they get there early because you will be doing searches? Do you want kids to not bring certain things? Help us help you let parents know what's going to be
It'd
needed
be best
Monday.
if they not bring backpacks, if they carry their books out in the open, whatever they could. Any bulky coats, try to avoid those. Obviously, we don't know what the weather's going to be like. Most kids that age don't overdress anyway because of their age. So, we'll look for certain things. We'll look for certain things like bulky garments or anything like that.
Do you ever think it will come to this?
No. you know, and whoever thought in Connecticut would come to that either. It can happen anywhere.